Red fucking Brown. You may notice that I sound a little off today in this review. Something sort of with my throat. I don't know if you can notice, but I just saw another trailer for Scott Pilgrim, and I just got so sick of seeing Michael Cera's face that I literally started shouting obscenities until my throat began to bleed profusely. I don't think it's anything to worry about, though. Anyone that gets into watching Z-grade cinema stumbles over this trunk slam chest eventually. You've either seen him get masterfully ripped on in the Space Mutiny episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000, and/or you're a fan of the Spoonie Experiment. Represent. Whether you know about the guy or not, I'm gonna talk about him anyway, because why the fuck wouldn't I? I always gush about George Eastman, so of course I'm gonna do the same for Red. Before getting into acting, Red played football at USC and boxed professionally at the Olympic Auditorium, going 14-1. Punch Rockgroin is for real.
No doubt.
But let's get down to the real hard cheese of this. Reb appeared in several Universal Studios produced television shows, which lead to playing Captain America in 2 flop made-for-TV movies, which was actually in the same development deal for another Marvel TV vehicle, but I'll get to that again in a minute. Red landed his first lead role in 1983 that blasted him into schlock action hero superstardom. And that role, of course, was your Hunter from the Future. Reb has gone up and down. He's received critical acclaim for his role in Death of a Soldier, in which he received a nomination for Best Lead Actor in a Dramatic Role by the Australian Film Institute for his portrayal of Private Edward Leonsky. And then he was in some Bruno Mattei flicks. Not that that's a knock at him, it's the exact opposite if anything. I fucking love Strike Commando and Robo-War. They're ridiculously fun films. Fast-paced, over-the-top, and all the proof you need of how entertaining Mattei's work was. Now, if you've been paying attention, Red Brown was Captain America, and Universal had another Marvel TV show, a vastly superior and successful TV show. Okay, you're obviously not stupid, it was The Incredible Hulk. Now, why did I feel the need to hype this up so much? Well, that's because this movie has maybe the greatest team-up since The Bad Dudes. I'm talking, of course, about Cage. The film in which Red Brown and Lou fucking Ferrigno play Vietnam vets turned cage fighters. Just thinking about it makes me want to do manly things, like swig this wild turkey. Oh man, that's death in a bottle. The movie starts as a first-person shooter. Well, it's obviously a flashback, and we get to see Lou Ferrigno doing his best John Rambo impression, and Red Brown doing his best Red Brown in a really goofy hat impression.
Get your butt in here now!
But you get everything you want here. Red shouts at shit, and Lou shoots at shit. It's a simple action scene. The heroes are being pinned down by the enemy and have to get to the chopper at all costs. But there's a twist here. It gives us the film's main plot point. Ferrigno dies? Well, either this is just a really short movie or this is the longest they could have Lou for. Either way, I guess it's not bad. A solo Red Brown film is better than no Red Brown film at all. Of course, that's not the case. The story here is that Billy, Lou's character, has his mind reduced to that of a child's because of the bullet. And of course, his commanding officer Scott Monroe, Reb, takes care of him until the film's other big plot point, cage fighting, ensues. I fucking love this movie. No, seriously. Just think about the hilarity of that for a moment. This is a film where Ferrigno plays an action lead with spoken lines. You have to assume that the makers of this film are using Lou's speech impediment as an excuse to make his character, well, a lunk. you've got to hand it to Lou for actually doing it, and to be honest, it's a better career choice than fucking Junior. Now I'd love to do nothing but note the antics of Reb and Lou in this flick, but I should probably introduce other characters, but I'll do it sparingly. 2 Italian stereotypes owe betting debts to the owner of an underground cage fighting organization owned by Tim Yum Lib.
I strongly urge you to seek Tin Lum Yin now.
Yub Lim?
Tin Lum Yin.
Young Lip?
Yeah. Ping, pong, pang. Let's cut this shit.
Let's.
No, not. Oh, I told you. You're gonna break. I'm still sore. Come on, don't break me up.
I can beat you up tonight.
Now, you do it every night. Why not tonight?
Don't you laugh. Picture yourself in Reb's position. You're living with a 5-year-old with the body of Lou Ferrigno. Not so funny when play fighting quickly turns into getting gorilla pressed and thrown through the coffee table just because Louie the man-child saw Hulk Hogan do it on TV. Reb and Lou work at, and I guess co-own a bar with important character Mimi. Reb is in some financial problems with the bank, but Mimi tells him that Lou and him are the most important part of her life and blah blah, you know, that emotional wall in an action movie that ultimately gets knocked down so he can make way for Reb to shout at shit and shoot a big fucking gun. The plot is set up pretty standard here. The 2 mob goons just happen to be in the bar that Billy and Scott work at. They witness a bar brawl, behold Billy's Hulk smash skills, and you can telegraph what happens next. The goons make an offer, Reb turns them down, so they resort to other means of negotiation, like paying off the same dickbags that started the bar fight to come and vandalize the bar under the condition that nobody gets hurt. And I think you know where this is going.
Burn, you bitch, burn!
He died.
All right, reporter chick. Yeah, at the beginning we're introduced to an undercover reporter that is so surprisingly not a man. She naturally gets caught, and do you care? 'Cause I don't. I'd way rather watch Slab here give this bank snob bitch a piece of his mind.
What about your receipt?
Stick it, lady.
The Italian stereotypes managed to convince Billy to go with them, which I truly wish I could say they lured him into the car with the promise of candy and wrestling, but they make up some bullshit story with Scott going out of town for a while and being asked to take care of Billy. The poor dull bulb buys it, and it's officially time for this movie to get amazing.
Billy!
Shit! If he's not lifting weights, then where could he be?